Hi, everyone. It's Lisa Brown with Ink and Inspiration. So, welcome and happy Thursday. Thank you if you're watching the live either on YouTube or on my Facebook business page. So glad to have you here. And if you're watching the replay, thank you so much. Hi, Diane. I am a little bit late because my camera setup is different here than in my Missouri studio. So I'm going to be trying to make sure I get everything in the screen. And so if I have to do some adjustments, I may do that. So first of all, I'm just going to uh, mention that, okay, I'm live this week. Next week, it will be a pre-recorded premiere, which means it will go live at this 11 o'clock Central Time on Thursday, and I will be in the chat, but I won't actually be live. So that's what I do when I know that I'm either in a place where I can't go live, where I don't have a studio set up, or I'm traveling, okay, which in this case is both. So anyway, you can mark your calendars for next Thursday at 11. Be sure you tune in because I'm going to be letting you know what's going on here at Ink and Inspirations in June. And just, show you a really cute project that I have planned. So be sure and tune in. Hey, Connie. So anyway, I'm going to get started and point the screen down and see if I can make sure I have, yeah, solo layout. Okay, so I need to do some camera adjustments. That's much better. Let's see if I can get that. Okay, and if it starts sagging on me, y'all, I'm going to have to do some adjusting. But anyway, how is everybody doing? Hey, Kathy. This is dance recital week here in Southeast Texas, and Jackie and I helped at the theater last night along with my daughter Kristen, and then we have 2 days off because in right here in Southeast Texas, graduations are going on, high school graduations, so there is no recital or rehearsal tonight or tomorrow night, and then Mia, my little granddaughter, is going to be dancing on Saturday. So I'm excited about that and can't wait to see her. Okay, first of all, let me tell you, I'm having a mystery host party. Now, what this is that if you place an order between now and the end of the month, okay, May 31st, and I'm going to probably cut it off about noon, okay, so that I can get everything squared away. I'm going to do you'll earn the host rewards that come from those orders, and you'll get one entry for each $25 in product purchased, okay? So if you place a $50 order, you'll get 2 entries into the drawing, plus I'll send you a little gift, okay? But please use this host code. Let me see if I can put it up here on the screen. Right there. Okay, use that host code, and that lets me know that you want to be entered into the drawing. Okay, and I'll have the link to shop here below the video, and I appreciate it. And if you have any questions or need help, just let me know. Okay, all right. So we're going to get started. I thought I'd go ahead and make some Father's Day cards. Today we're going to make an easel fold, and I am using this Let's Go Fishing Suite from the annual catalog. Now, if you've been following me for a while, you know that we have a home, a log cabin in the Missouri Ozarks, and we are right outside of a state park where there is trout fishing in the river there that runs through the park. It's very beautiful. We're about an hour from Branson. So everyone in our family likes to visit up there, and they like to fish. So it's mainly fly fishing, but once you fish all kinds of ways, right? But anyway, so this stamp set and this bundle and suite of projects really spoke to me for my family. But it's also a great for masculine cards, and I want to point out a couple of things. See this happy retirement? I love that sentiment, and it can be used on any card. with any paper. And I love that. And this is cute. Good things come to those who wait. Okay, which I thought would be a good graduation sentiment. Then, of course, here's Happy Father's Day. There's congrats that could go along with this sentiment. And when Jackie saw this, so glad that you're my dad, he goes, that, I love that. That's really special. So I think I love that little sentiment, and I'm using it on today's card. So hi, Susan. Hi, Karen. Everybody come on in. Thanks, Kathy. Yeah, it's really nice. So, and I have just started working with it. So you're going to be seeing more than I have the card we're making today, plus 2 samples that I'm going to show you that are Father's Day cards. And I think you're going to see that it's versatile along with the paper. Now the paper, like one side is definitely fishing, but the reverse side is just a generic pattern that you can use on anything. Okay, so I want you to just take a look at that, the beautiful colors, some of our new in colors. And there is also a embossing folder that is somewhere on my desk, but it's the twisted rope. And I have a piece of that I'm going to be using on our card today. So let me get this out of the way. Again, this is on page 78 and 79. And let me explain a little bit. Let me see if I can get this where you see it. You see where it says Sweet Collection, and it has an item number and $72. That means you get everything, like the paper, the stamps, the bundle with the dies. Let me see the dies down here? It's got even a little tackle box. And so the dies, the embossing folder, and the paper. So that's just an easy way to order, that you just use one order item number and you get everything you need. Okay. All right, let's get started. Whew. Okay, so here is the card we're making. Okay, cute little easel card. Super easy to do, but great to display. Okay, so we're going to start with, hi, Adrian. Thanks for joining us. Let's go ahead and do the fold, okay? So with this fold, you have a 5.5 by 8.5 piece of cardstock, and you scored at 2 1/8 and 5.5. So the 5.5 is the score line for a standard size card, right? And so with this 2 1/8, it just splits that front in half, okay? And I'm going to fold it back like this. Actually like this, okay? And that makes the easel. Okay, so it's super simple to do. Okay, so I hope you will do this, even if you've done one before, and join us on Facebook on our Ink and Inspiration Stampers group. I'll have that link here below after the video. It's a private group where you have to ask to be entered, so I can keep out all the, people that don't really need to be there. And you can go in there and share your easel card. I want to see them. Okay. So that's the base of the easel. Okay. And so I'm going to set that aside, and we're going to work on the front, which is this 4 1/4 by 5.5. And when I'm done doing all the fancy work on this, okay, we're going to glue that here, and that's the card front. And then when it's closed for you to mail, it's just the same size as the front. Okay. All right, let's start working with this. I am using this flies, and when I say flies, they're like fishing tackle. Okay. And I cut this with this mossy meadow background at 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. Okay. So I'm going to take that and put that aside. And that is going to be glued just over top. So let's go ahead and do that. So if you would rather, you could cut it 4 by 5 1/4, but I wanted to leave it just a little bit of the mossy meadow showing around it. So let me get this on here with some of our liquid glue, and then that base is ready to go. Now, I have used the embossing folder, which has escaped me. It's somewhere. It's this twisted rope. Can you see that? I cut a 1 inch by 5 3/8 inch strip of that in Wild Wheat. This is one of our new in colors, and I love it. I find myself going to it, and really initially I thought, oh, that's not going to be a color I use a lot. But you know, I get my cues of what colors to use in my crafting from the designer paper. And if it's got it in there, I'm going to pull it out and see how I can use it. So this is one of the colors in that Let's Go Fishing designer series paper. And I just embossed a big piece and then cut a 1-inch strip. Okay. And that is going to go right across the middle. And I'm just going to eyeball it. Don't need to measure, just eyeball it and put it on there. Okay, I see my screen froze. I hope I'm still going for y'all. Okay, I'm going to slow down here a minute. Are y'all still seeing me? Can you let me know? I don't see anything. Okay. I'm going to wait just a minute because I don't see. If you're on Facebook, can you let me know? It's frozen. Okay. Yeah, I see that. Thank you. Oh my goodness. I don't know why. Screen is frozen. Okay. Thank you. Let me, I might have to start it over. Okay. I don't know why. Gosh. You hear me? Okay. Okay. So something went wrong with the camera here. So I'm going to try to connect again. Okay. You can hear me fine. I don't know what's going on with that. My phone is really hot. I don't know what that's about. So I'm going to see, try again. Thank y'all for being patient with this. My goodness. What in the world? Okay, let me try getting in again. It's like my phone got hot. Let me try. Okay, try again. Okay, I'm going to restart my phone. Let's just chat, okay? So anyway, I'm going to restart my phone because a lot of times that is what the problem is. So, so this, last week we were in Fort Worth, and for my other two granddaughters' dance recitals. This week we're here. Plus, we had some appointments and stuff we had to go to. And then next week, we're going back to Fort Worth as the first leg of our journey to go to the Grand Canyon. Okay. We're going now, Lindsay, that's my youngest daughter in Fort Worth. She and her family are not going, but Kristen, that lives here in Southeast Texas, and her John and Mia are going with us and some friends of theirs. It's taking my phone away a time to start up. So that's probably what the issue was. So anyway, we're excited about that. We're going, and we're going to stay in Flagstaff. Has anybody ever been to Flagstaff or from that area? And travel back and forth to see the different sites around there. Okay. And so I'm excited about that. I hope I'm in good enough shape to do it. I got some new hiking boots. But if you don't have the gusto, it's like, I'll be okay. My daughter is really good about finding hikes that are good for all of us. Okay, I'm trying to come back on, y'all. Thanks for sticking with me. Now you can see me. Let me turn this down. And then let's see if I can. I'm going to flip my camera around where you can see my desk. This is high-tech stuff here. Okay, back camera. Okay, let me try it again. Here we go. Okay, it's freezing up on me. It's frozen again. Okay, hang with me, okay? Because I'm going to figure out how to do this. Oh, there we go. Back camera. Oh. Okay. Okay, let's try it. Oh, I'm frozen again, I see. Okay, it keeps having trouble. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. I don't know what the deal is there. I'm going to kind of point this down, hopefully, where you can see my desktop. I don't know how this is going to work, y'all, but we're going to try to make it work. Okay, can y'all see? Can you see my desktop? Okay, I'm going to get this off. Banners. Comments. Okay, you can see it. Okay, so it's kind of look a little upside down, but let's go for it. Okay, we're going to make it work. Okay, so we have that strip of embossed wild wheat across the center. Okay, now we are going to, let's see what I want to do next. I think I'm going to stamp. So here again, I've chosen the wild wheat, and I'm going to stamp the "So Glad You're My Dad" in Mossy Meadow. Okay, so let me open this up. Thank y'all for your patience. I mean, this is craziness. Why? My phone is really hot, so I don't know if that had, you know how it kind of shuts down a little bit, but it could be with the software too. We'll just keep going. Okay, so I stamped "So Glad You're My Dad" in Mossy Meadow on the wild wheat. Okay, thanks, Diane. All right, and so I'm going to punch this out. Just kind of center it up. Okay. Okay, so now what I wanted to do, I wanted to give this a little more pizzazz. So I am taking my wild wheat ink and a sponge dauber, and I'm going to get a piece of scrap paper up here and make sure I have that clean. And here's wild wheat, and I'm going to sponge around the edges. I haven't done this in a while, but you know, this is a really good way to add some pizzazz to a stamped or punched or cut image. And this, I don't know about y'all, but I went through my stages of I got to sponge everything. Was anybody else like that? It's like, okay, I got to sponge the edges, and then I stopped doing it. I wanted to clean, but this gave it a little bit more depth. Okay. And, oh, it's hot. Okay. All right, so I've got that. Now I'm going to take boho blue, which is another in color, and I'm going to punch it with my 2 3/8 inch circle punch to back this sentiment. All right. So I love using my punches. This particular punch, the 2 3/8, you can buy it individually, or you can get it with the Circle Sayings bundle, which is a great set. Okay, so now I'm going to glue that right there like that. I need to move back some. Yeah. Okay, I can, my iPad is at an angle, but I can see what I'm doing, and it's pointing at my desk, so it's working. Okay, so here we go. Let's put that here. I need to clean my hands. So there's our sentiment for the outside. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some more stamping. I'm going to set this aside for a minute. Okay, I'm going to pull in my Very Vanilla scrap, because that's what the base color is. The light neutral is in Very Vanilla. And it's like, I was talking to somebody yesterday. They said, oh, I hardly ever use Very Vanilla. How about y'all? Y'all use Whisper White, Basic White more, or Very Vanilla? I always grab for the white, but sometimes the designer paper has the the light neutral as very vanilla. And in this case, that's it. Okay, I need to close up my ink pads because I keep touching them. So, okay, I'm assuming I'm still going. So y'all will tell me if I'm frozen or something. It's good. I need for you to say something every now and then so I know you're still there. Flagstaff is gorgeous. Lots to see. Take plenty of water. Okay, good point, Susan. All right, so now I have a dark boho blue in blends, a dark wild wheat, and a dark pebbled pat, all in my blends, all three new in colors. Okay. And I'm going to color this fly. All right. So another thing our guys like to do, Jackie and friends and family, my sons-in-law, they tie their own flies. Okay. And that's a big thing to be able to catch a trout on a fly that you've tied. Okay, so now I'm going to color this, and I decided to just go with the colors that are in the suite, which is, or this boho blue. So I'm doing some of these up here. And probably if my guys would see this, they say, those colors aren't going to catch a fish. And Jackie always says, there's some lures or flies down there at the shop that catch fish, but most of them catch fishermen. You see all these pretty baits in different colors, and it's like, okay, that's pretty, but are the fish gonna like it? So here I'm going with the wild wheat, and okay, like that. Okay, so now I decided to take this dark pebbled path just to give the rest of the lure some color. And you can't really see it, but rather than have the black, I have the pebbled path. And I didn't do all of these little feathers. I just kind of dotting on it. Okay. All right. So then I've already got one cut, but I want to show you. This is the dies. There are dies in the set that match the stamps. And this is post-it tape. And put it like that to run it through the machine. Okay. Hey, Carol, thanks for letting me know that you've been seeing me. I don't know what the deal was there. Okay, so I'm going to say that for another card. And here is the one that I've die cut already. Okay. Turn it around. It's upside down for you. Okay. So now in the designer paper, there is a sheet with all these fish. Let me show you. Oh, here's my embossing folder. Ta-da. Look, here's the twisted rope embossing folder. Isn't that neat? Okay, so you have this page with all these fish. So I found the rainbow trout, which is the fish that are mostly in the river up there by our place. And I have one for the outside and one for the inside of my card. So I'm going to fussy cut those real quick and see if y'all have any questions. Or, okay, so do we have any fisher persons watching? Do any of you fish? I do. I haven't. I didn't last year because, we were like, we had a lot going on with my dad and everything before he passed. So I really didn't do much of that. Well, I didn't fish at all last year. I enjoy it, but Jackie will go out and fish every day, and he'll bring home fish, and we eat a lot of trout. And our favorite way to eat it is I season up some cassava flour with it's a Cajun seasoning. It's kind of spicy, and I just put that in the cassava flour and batter the fish in it, and then I fry it in a skillet on the stove in avocado oil. So the avocado oil, now see, my daughter's the one that shared all this with me. The avocado oil has a high point before it starts smoking. You know, it can get pretty hot, and it's healthier than some of the others. So we keep that in the cassava flour, and we eat it like that a lot. Sometimes he does his in the microwave. I don't really like it like that. I've baked it. I've tried different ways. You can grill them. So they're good. Okay, so now I've got both fish cut. Okay. Oh, Pam, yeah. Yeah, that's me. I fish a little. Okay. All right, so let's work on the front here. I've got my rainbow trout that I'm going to use. Oh, I have them both going the same way. That's okay. One's going to go on the outside. One is going to go on the inside of the card. So I'm going to move that over. Now for this, I want to get this piece on first. And I decided to use some linen thread. And this is my old school linen thread. Y'all remember when it came on a spool like that? And I'm going to get some Stampin' Seal Plus, I think, if I can find it, and put some on the back here. Karen, y'all fish? Yeah. I figured Karen has a place close to me up in the Ozarks. Okay. All right. So I'm going to take some of this. It's still on the spool. And I'm going to kind of wind it around my hand. I don't really measure it. Just trying to get some, looks like kind of like fishing line, but I didn't want to use actual fishing line. I thought about it, but I thought this is going to be prettier. Okay, and I want it to extend beyond the circle. So I'm just kind of pressing down on that Stampin' Seal Plus. I'm going to cut that off and position it. And it doesn't have to be neat, okay? You just want that look. Let me show you the right way. Okay, you just want that look. So I do want it to pop up a little bit. So I'm going to use some Stampin' Dimensionals, and I can use some big ones on this. Oh yes, Connie, it is so relaxing to me to sit out by the river while Jackie's fishing. And I haven't done this in a long time because I'm usually crafting. Go figure. When he goes, or I'll record something while he's fishing, because I know he's not going to come in. Not that it matters. I mean, y'all all know Jackie. It doesn't matter. I'm going to try to get him to make a card with this set. I mean, he's good. I mean, he looks at all my cards and critiques them. He goes, well, where's this? And why didn't you use an odd number of the embellishments? And what are you going to do on the inside of this card? Oh, yeah. He reads it. But, I mean, you know, when you've been in it 17 years and he's seen lots of cards. Yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to turn it around so I can see it a little better. I'm going to put this in the center right here. Kind of center it from side to side and top to bottom. Okay, and do that. Looks a little crooked. Let me pull it up a little bit. There we go. Okay, so now I want to put the fly that I colored here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some mini Stampin' Dimensionals behind the top there. If I can find them. Where are they? There they are. Okay, so I'm going to put those up here toward the top because the bottom of it is going to be on top of the circle, okay? So let me get this. So anybody been reading anything good lately? Good books? I've been reading a lot of, once you start, buying books on Amazon, they start recommending other things. Okay, so this fish is going to go down here a little bit to this side because I have a lot going on right here, and I'm going to move it over. Okay, so I'm going to put some Stampin' Dimensionals here. Anyway, I read a book, and I can't think of the name of it. It's about being a neighbor and not entertaining, but hospitality, and how your house doesn't have to be spotless. I mean, I don't go into somebody's house and look how clean their anything is, and that, that we're meant for community. We're meant to be with others and develop that sense of belonging. And to me, the best little parties or gatherings are the ones that aren't planned. I don't know about y'all. I do much better. Okay, I'm going to turn this around so you can see it. And that's kind of like the whole theme. I'll have to put the name of the book. I put some quotes up here from it, but I really liked it. I loved the idea of it. And when we were at the cabin 2 weeks ago, okay, I'm liking how that looks. So we're good there. And I'm going to go ahead and put it together. Let me get my base. Let me quit talking and find the rest of my card here. Okay. So here's the inside. Okay. Oh, the return. Okay. Hey, Catherine. Okay, so I have a 2.5 by 5 1/4 piece that's going to go on the inside right here. Okay, at the top. And then I have some more of that designer paper. You see how it's like watercolored, but it's like a wood plank look. And there's some fish on the back. That's going to go down here. All right. So, but I want to stamp Happy Father's Day on this. So let me get that. And find that. I'm going to use Mossy Meadow again. So again, we had some people come up. Jackie had just come in from fishing. We had some friends up there, and some people just stopped by, and he said, "Hey, come on in. Y'all stay and eat with us." And I was totally fine with that. I mean, and then, somebody else came by, and it's like, yeah, there's plenty. And every time we do that, and it's like, do we have enough fish? And I say, loaves and the fishes. It will make it work. It will work because it's meant to be. Not that we do, not that I'm comparing, by the way, but you know what I mean. It's like when the kids used to have people over, or like, I hadn't gone grocery shopping and we didn't have a whole lot, but yet somebody was eating with us. It's like when I said loaves and the fishes, that means, serve yourself accordingly. Okay, so I'm a little this way, and that's bothering me that I didn't center it, probably because I'm jabbering like nobody's business. And let me see if I can put something else there. Where is my stamp set? Okay, so, you know what? I think I'm going to stamp another one of those flies there. But I'm going to do it in, I don't know. What did I do with it? Here it is. I'm going to clean this real quick. Okay, let me clean that. It just needs a little something right there on the side because you see how it's a little off center? Not that it matters, but I see it. So it's like I want to put something right here. So I am going to use some of the wild wheat, and I'm going to stamp this fly again. And it's photopolymer, so it's going to work just right. I'm just going to, it's like I don't want it too far over. There we go. How about that? That works. Okay, so there's that. The whole thing is just this kind of cockeyed, but we're going to make it work. This one's going to go here. Okay. So let's put that on there. All right. Okay, so now I have that other fish that I'm going to put here, and I use dimensionals on it as well. So let's pop that up. And this is kind of like an easel, the prop to stand up. But most of the time it will prop up on this space between the two papers that you have on the inside, if you have some designer paper there on the bottom. Okay. All right, let's get this here. Put that. And y'all, I love these fish that you can just cut out of the designer paper. Okay, so here, I'm going to give this a good burnish to make that fold do what it's supposed to, that easel fold. So see, you can let it pop up against the fish, and that's doesn't have the weight of the front on it yet. So that's what we're going to do now. Okay, so now I'm going to, you just need glue on this part here. Okay. And then take this, go over top. Okay, and then there you go. And I do have some little classic matte dots somewhere. Here they are, that I used, the very vanilla ones. These carried over. So anyway, isn't that a fun card? Great for Father's Day. Would be a great birthday card too. So I kind of, what I like about this, and it's a happy accident. The fish aren't lined up. It's like two of them are swimming. You know what I'm saying? I think it would have kind of looked funny if they would have been lined up. Like two fish in the river. Okay, let me go ahead and put these on. Thanks. Thanks, ladies. Y'all are so sweet for hanging in me. I mean, that was a crazy accident there, or mishap with the video. That has never happened before. Okay, so these are very vanilla dots. These classic matte dots, they have white, vanilla, gray, and black. That's what I'm using. Okay, and then I'm going to put another one down here. And there we have it. Okay. All right, I'm going to show you a couple of more cards that I made. They're Father's Day. So, because I knew I was going to need Father's Day cards coming up soon. So it's a great suite. And I can't wait to try the tackle box. I really wish Jackie would make the card with the tackle box, because quite honestly, I mean, I know what the things are in the set, but, you know, I don't know what they're called, all of them. All these little bobber things. No, over here. The little bobber things and spinners. So, oh, I keep moving the wrong hand. You have your little water here too. And the dies are really cool too. Like I said, there's more dies in the die set than, you know, besides just for the stamped images. Let me show you. See, there's a tackle box, and then you have these waves and these little spinners that you just die cut. Some more little wave things. It's all kind of stuff. Yeah. Some of them it's like, I'm going to have to ask Jackie, how do I use this? What's that? Anyway, it's fun. But as you can see here, you know, I use the designer paper to help me out. Okay. Let me move this, and then I'm going to pull in another card. Okay, so I'll move this one back. So here is another one I did. And I'll be posting these on my blogs before Father's Day. But this is the rope on the Very Vanilla. Okay. And I stamped and die cut the fish, and I colored these by sponge daubering them. Okay. Like with the greens, and Calypso Coral is one of the colors in the designer paper. You see how pretty this is with that Calypso Coral in it? Let me get this down here. There you go. And then just use some of the in color dots, designer paper. And these are die cut, but all of these are just cut. Okay, so when you see this posted on my blog, I'll give you the recipe with the measurements and stuff. Okay. All right, and then one more I used on the same idea with the fish. Okay, oh, they're over here. And I used that strip technique that I showed. Was that last week or week before? I can't remember. The strip, 1-inch strips at a diagonal. And so, and some of the boho blue dots. I stamped the fish on the base so it would have like a background. And I used Misty Moonlight and boho blue for my cardstocks. Okay. All right, there are those three. And let me remind you about my mystery host party going on through the end of the month. Will you get one entry for each $25 in product purchase before shipping and tax using host code ZDDBKTDG. Okay, I'll put that up one more time. And excited to do that. It's fun. And let me pull this back up. Move this out of the way. Whoop. Okay. All right. So thank y'all so much for sticking with me in all the little camera mishap, but it did work. So I know it can work if that ever happens. So if you have any questions, let me know. Remember, tune in next week so you can hear about the June. Okay. I'm going to have some special things going on especially at the beginning of the month, but throughout the month, I'll try to share what's going on so that you can be looking forward to that. And just thank you for watching, and be sure you visit my website at inkandinspirations.com. Okay. Y'all have a great day. Talk to you again soon. Bye. Oh, me too, Kathy. I'm excited about that. Thank y'all so much for watching. Bye-bye.